I'm gonna stand here and tell y'all who my three most favorite presidents of the United States of America. So, in the last 200 plus years that this country has been here, or has been a nation, that's not including when it was under British rule, but we were, or when the British owned the United States, any way you want to look at it. But alright, to change the subject, my three favorite presidents would have to be: one, George Washington, and then the people in the back a long time ago, when George Washington was fighting in the army, they considered him an action hero, kind of like John Wayne or Han Solo. I mean, he was an awesome commander-in-chief of the army militia, basically, when we fought for a revolution with Britain at the time. And my second favorite president, he was independent as far as I'm concerned. I don't think he ever let people know what he was, independent, Republican, or Democrat. Me, I'm independent. I believe in independent thinking. Number two, my favorite president would have to be, or is, Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln. He was the first Republican president we ever had. Part of the elephant group. Yeah, the Democrats was his donkey. And I want to tell you where that came from, the donkey. The Democrats. Andrew Jackson was our first Democrat, and his opponents called him a jackass because of his stance because of his staunch, and they call him jackasses, opponents, which would be the other side of the aisle. And he said, "Oh, I like that. I would." And he said it stuck, and so therefore the Democratic Party was the donkey party. So that's how they got their name, from the jackass, the donkey, whereas the elephants is the Republican side, the donkey side is the Democrat side. That's how it came to be. Anyway, Abraham Lincoln was my favorite president, and the reason why is he believed in equal rights. He wanted to abolish slavery and make everything right, and he went through his administration through the worst war in American history. We lost over 600,000 people during the American Civil War. More people than all the wars combined. World War I, the Revolutionary War, World War II, the whole kit and caboodle. Alright, now my third favorite president is Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He was a Democrat, and he was a darn good president. And what I like most about him, he went through the worst times of when everybody lost their stock market, lost their money in the stock market. Everybody went bad. Everything went bad back then. Everybody lost their money. So they elected him for 4 terms. He was our first and only president to ever be elected at 4 terms. The 4th term, he only had about a year. I don't even think it was a year or something like that. But he died not long after he was elected the 4th term. That was the only president we ever had for 4 terms. Back then we were going through World War II, the Great Depression, and all that stuff. But what I like most that he passed was Social Security. And I told y'all I'm independent. I'm not Republican and I'm not Democrat. So what I believe, and my favorite thing the United States has ever done is pass Social Security and Medicare. And that's what I like most about Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Social Security, Abraham Lincoln was to abolish slavery. The Civil War in Washington, George Washington was the father and the founder of the United States. He was an action hero. And that is my views on my... We've had, like I said, I don't know what I said or not, but we've had 54 presidents. Right now we have Barack Obama. And that's it.